love you. To prove your sex wasn't greater than, yes! The white woman was your problem. You saw 12 years of slavery. The white woman was that sister's problem. And now you want to unite with your white sister. That white woman don't care about no black woman no more than the white man care about the black man. This ain't no feminism. This ain't no multiculturalism. This ain't no LBGTism. This is us fighting against racism. As we prepare to wrap, what time we got? Damn, wrap up.
All day and night.
I know, this is good. So rich.
Let's record the Holy Ghost. That's all right. Give me 15 minutes. Then I'm going to wrap. And then I'm going to sign all the books. Make sure you go out to the lobby. We have vendors out there. I don't want them to leave with anything. Buy something from one of them. It ain't got to be me, but buy something from a vendor. But every last one of you need to get a copy of my book, though. You do. Not because it's mine, but it's the only book ever written by a black school psychologist that teaches you how to fight against the system and win. Get that book. And don't just get one for you, get one for your sister, your next door neighbor, your mother. If you got a credit card, we can use a credit card. I'm not hustling you, but I got a black college tour coming up for our children that I'm going to talk about in a minute, and I want to finance that so you don't have to pay the whole thing. We got a National Independent Black Parent Association in Baltimore in 2 weeks that I hope some of y'all fly on over to and get that training so you can come back to Oakland and open up a chapter of the National Independent Black Parent Association. There's going to be 7 committees in each chapter, y'all. One committee is special education. We're going to fight against special education in Oakland. Which schools are putting our kids in special ed too much? Which school is diagnosing ADHD too much? Which school is putting our kids in special education full time too much? And what is the principal doing with the extra special ed cash? Special ed kid is worth twice as much as the regulars. So if they're spending $8,000 a year in Oakland, that means the special ed kids are worth 16. 8 black boys in special ed times 8 is 64,000. That's only 8. What about 800 of them? How much money is Oakland Public Schools pimping off your damn child in the name of a disability he don't even have? And then we're going to have a discipline program because some of y'all kids are being suspended too much, expelled too much, removed from class too much, which is a violation of their state right to an education. We're going to have a finance committee. I need some of y'all to investigate how the school district is spending your tax money because it ain't going on the children. Raise your hand if you ever had a contract with the Oakland Public Schools. A contract. Nobody. That's sad. Because do you know if you had the contract to clean the bathrooms, you could probably hire 100 black people just for the bathrooms? What about the contract to clean the windows? Who got the contract to bring in the lunch? Who got the contract to bring in the toilet tissue? Do you know that everything in the school district is delivered by contract? Where is your share, Black Oakland? And then we're going to have a policy committee to change the rules in Oakland that negatively affect our children. Your son is 5 years old, but they say he can't start kindergarten until he's 6. But he knows his letters, he knows his numbers, his sizes, his shapes, his colors, his address, his phone number. He ready now. Why he gotta wait another year when he ready now? Because Oakland Public Schools has a policy that says you gotta be by this birth date, this date, and if you're not, you gotta wait. Is that a state law? No, it's a local policy, and we can change it if we organize. And then we're gonna have a homeschool committee. For the parents who are homeschooling, we need to organize y'all to make sure y'all doing it right, because some of y'all fooling around at home. You're not schooling, you're fooling. And we need to make sure you're doing it right. Homeschooling is a good temporary solution until we build the FDMG, but you got to know what you're doing. You got to have a curriculum. You got to have a calendar. Is your homeschool going to be every day? Is it going to be 9 months like the regular school year? Is it going to be a 12-year-a-month school? Are you going to teach for 4 hours a day? Are you going to teach for 7 hours a day? How are you going to assess your kids to make sure they're making progress? And whatever you do, parents, make sure you fill out the paperwork at the school district and let them know you homeschooling. Because if you don't, they put your kids on a truancy list. And once they hit 30 days, they come to take that child and all the rest of your kids out your house for parental neglect, educational neglect. And if you don't give them the ADHD medicine, medical neglect. And guess what they do when they take your kids from you? They give them to gay families. I'm telling you what I know. Guess who get all the black foster kids? Gay people get it. Because gay people cannot procreate. So they get the black kids because nobody wants to adopt black kids, not even black people. Nobody wants to adopt black kids, not even black people. So the gay people get them, and the gay people will get 3 or 4 black kids, and they always get the ones with the most psychological issues, because you get more money the crazier the kid is. So if you ever wonder why white folks be foster parenting black kids, and you say, why do white folks always got the crazy black kids? More money. A regular kid might only get you $500 a month. ADHD kid might get you $7. Suicidal kid will get you $1,200. Homicidal kid might get you the whole damn lottery. I'm serious about that, brothers and sisters. So if you're interested, the conference will be in Baltimore, May 27th, 28th, and 29th. The last weekend of this month. Saturday is the main day. If you can only come one day, you can fly in Saturday morning, fly out Saturday night. Sunday morning, though, you will be getting a guided tour to the National Great Blacks in Wax Museum, my favorite museum in the country. And I'm going to lead you through that tour. If you want to register, you go to princeofpanafricanism.eventbrite.com. princeofpanafricanism.eventbrite.com. And now I need to tell you about my tour. My first annual Unapologetically African College Tour for boys and girls. They must be 11 to 17 years old. We will leave and return to Newark, New Jersey. You say, I live in Oakland. How my kid going to go? Real simple. Fly them to Newark International. I will be there to pick them up. You will let me know. Dr. Johnson, my son is coming in, my daughter coming in. Me or one of the chaperones pick them up, take them to the hotel, which is right by the airport. They do the 2-week tour, and then you schedule them to fly back to Oakland the day after the tour. They can go and you ain't got to bring them. You just need to communicate with me. We're going to take them to the Malcolm and Betty Shabazz Center in Manhattan. That's the Audubon Ballroom where Brother Malcolm was murdered. Then we're going to go to the world famous Apollo Theater. And then we're going to go to the Ferncliff Cemetery and pour libations at the grave of Malcolm X, Khalid Muhammad, Paul Robeson, James Baldwin, Dr. Yusuf Ben Yakini, young Malcolm Shabazz. They're all buried in the same cemetery. And then we're going to go to Auburn, New York and visit the home and museum of Queen Mother Harriet Tubman, where she lived at. And then we're going to pour libations at her grave, because in African culture, we believe the ancestors are with us. But we must honor them to keep their support. We don't pray to our ancestors, we pray to God, but we honor them. And then we're going to go to Frederick Douglass' house and Frederick Douglass' grave. And then we're going to go to Lincoln University, Cheney University. Then we're going to go to the Great Blacks in Wax Museum, the Baltimore Aquarium, Morgan State University, Coppin State University, Bowie State University. And then we're going to go down to the University of Maryland Eastern Shore, Delaware State University. And then we're going to take them to Great Adventures. And then we're going to go to Dorney Park. We're going to go play miniature golf. And then we're going to go play paintball. And then we're going to go to the beach. No Speedos. And then we're going to take them to... I'll send his ass home, no Speedo. And then we're going to take him to the Nat Turner Slave Trail in Druryville, Virginia. Where Nat Turner, on my birthday, August the 21st, 1831 or 2, he led the bloodiest slave revolt in American history. That black man said God told him to free his people from bondage. And one night he got his homies, Hark and Travis, and they all got together, went from house to house, killing everything white they saw. Mice, birds, dogs, rats. If it was white, it was gone. But then they caught Nat Turner, and the white man came into Nat Turner's cell, and he said, I hear you call yourself a prophet, that God told you to do this. And Nat said, that's right. And the white man said, well, if God told you to do this, and your slave revolt has been betrayed and is unsuccessful, you have failed, you're soon to be hung, doesn't that mean your God has betrayed you? And Nat Turner looked up at the white man and said, I beg your pardon, sir, but even Jesus Christ had to be crucified. Unapologetically African. Then they said they took Nat Turner across the street. Your children will see when Nat Turner was hung. They will visit the cell where Nat Turner was until he was hung. They said when they put the rope around Nat's neck, Prophet Nat, they said he wasn't even afraid, no shaking. They said when they yanked his body up, normally your body shake for want of oxygen when you're being hanged. Nat Turner's body did no such shaking. They said white folks were so enthralled at this black man that when they let his body down after he was declared dead, white folks took out their knives and they took pieces of Nat Turner's bodies home with them. But guess what they did with Nat Turner's head? They beheaded him, cut it off, sent it to Harvard University to be studied by the scientists to see what it was about this black man that did not allow him to be scared of white people. Well, guess what, brothers and sisters? That was over 160 years ago. Would you believe that Nat Turner's head still has not been returned? that Nat Turner has still not been buried. A black lawyer owns his head today. The Nat Turner skull is owned by a black lawyer. And the Nat Turner family is trying to get the skull back, returned to Virginia, so Nat Turner, our greatest revolutionary hero, can be given a burial for once in his life. If you got a child 11 to 17, you know where they need to be. June 30th to July 14th. The tour is a $2,000 tour. It's really $3,500, but I'm paying the rest. I'm paying for the bus straight out. I'm paying for many of the admissions straight out. And this is important, because a lot of y'all like to lump me in with other scholars who just pimp. I'm not no damn pimp. When you buy a ticket to a Umar Johnson lecture, you can rest assured that most of that money is going into one of my programs, not into my damn pocket. I'm a school psychologist. I was doing just fine before this lecture thing popped. Let me just be real. A lot of people don't have a career out of black consciousness. They make their living pimping you. I don't have to do that. I have a profession that I do quite well in. Your tickets finance my programs. You can pay the $500 deposit at princeofpanafricanism.eventbrite.com. I make no money from it. And then we going to Africa, and I don't make no money from that either. We going to Senegal and South Africa, 13 days and 13 nights. Sunday, July the 24th until August the 9th, we will go to the Goree Island Slave Dungeon.
I want to go there.
We will go to Pink Lake. We will go to the National Museum. We will eat some of that good Senegalese food, get in that nice Senegalese water. We will go to South Africa. We're going to visit the gravesite of Shaka Zulu. Yes, indeed. We're going to visit the home of Nelson and Winnie Mandela. We're going to visit the Apartheid Museum so you can see how they treated our brothers and sisters until 1994. You're going to go to the Hector Peterson Museum, which inspired the movie Serafina, where in 1976, 1977, the black students of Soweto stood up and fought against being taught their schooling through the European